Okay, I think I just shared it. Okay, I think I just shared it. Okay, I think I just shared it. How do I silence that? Is that gonna, because that's gonna be a delay. Oh, I'll just turn my volume all the way down on my phone. Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to my Facebook page. I am Gina, as many of you know, and oh, hold on. Got double sound here. I think I'm on the wrong. All right, is that better? Too many pages open. Okay, I'm Gina, and I wanted to do a Facebook Live because I wanted to introduce everybody to my friend, Mickey Schroyer. And the reason I wanted to do this on my personal page is because, for one, me and Mickey have a lot of friends that are in common. And I actually met her maybe, 18 or 19 years ago. She was one of my managers when I worked at Bank of America. And the reason that I started working with her now is I had offered a free Transform program back in January, and she was one of the people that was interested in doing the program with me. So she won that program. So since the end of January, her and I have been working together every week or 2 weeks, going over each of the areas of Oola, which is fitness, finance, family, field, which is your career, faith, friends, and fun. And it was so amazing. Her transformation blew my mind. And every single week when we would get on these calls together, I was like almost in tears because I was so proud of the work that she put in and the results that she was starting to see throughout her transformation. So I asked her to jump on my page with me and give her testimony over the results that she found using the Oola lifestyle framework. So Mickey, if you want to start, maybe just start by telling me a little bit of what your life was like before Oola.
Okay, so hi everyone, good evening. Thanks for hopping on. So my life wasn't bad before, Oola. There were some things that kept me up at night and things that I knew I could or should work on to be better, but it was all right. I'm kind of on cruise control.
So when I asked you, let me first tell you what attracted me to bring Oola up to you. You are very happy and full of joy on your Facebook page. And that was something that attracted me to you, just watching you. And so I thought it would be fun to, because I think we show all of the good things on social media, not saying that that's not good. I love that about you. You show amazing pictures and you always look like you're having so much fun. And I love that about you. But I thought I was like, I want to dig deep with her. I really want to see like what I can do, what I can pull out and how I can help you. And so when I offered the program to you, I know I had talked to you a little bit about Oola months and months and months ago, but I never really explained a lot about it. I just kind of said, oh, this is what I'm doing. But then I offered you the program. What attracted you to say yes to doing that program with me when it was something that was offered to you?
And honestly, like you said, we were coworker, manager, employee, whatever, and then friends on Facebook for 20 or however long, I don't know, however long Facebook has been around probably. And so over a period of time, I really started to see you bloom and you blossom and you become more confident and you just sharing your confidence and sharing your joy and sharing your experiences of going to the Oola bus and putting your goal on the bus, and you with your kids, and helping them grow and be better humans. And I thought, there might be a nugget or two in that for me. I have done a lot of podcasts and reading the books and doing the things and drinking the water. So I was like, I don't know, is it going to be more of the same, or is there going to be something that I can take out of that? But I was like, all right, like there's probably at least one or two nuggets that I can grow and be better for. So that's what your journey and you blossoming and showing that on Facebook is what made me say yes.
So tell me a little bit about what you expected this was going to be, because you didn't know a lot going into it. And I just kind of threw this program on you and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. And you did it very well, I have to say. But what did you expect going into it versus what did you get out of the program?
Yeah. So honestly, I didn't expect a whole lot. I figured, like I said, there would be a nugget or two. I had been to seminars, I had done the motivational stuff, I had done the weekend rah-rahs. So I was like, is it going to be different or more of the same? But I figured, what do I got to lose? So that's kind of what I thought, like, okay, there's probably going to be one or two things that are different than what I've heard and that maybe I could implement. But what I got is mind blowing. Like every time I think about it, I start to cry, because I never in a million years thought that spending 10 hours with my friend talking real talk would make my life be so incredibly better than it was. I'm not going to cry. But I'm just going to say, if you're listening to this or watching it, I don't care if it's live or later, and you're on the fence and you're like, not really sure it will be good for me. Like, I kind of know what, I need to drink the water. I need to do the things. You guys, this is mind blowing. And the benefits that I received were tremendous. And I'm going to share some of those with you. But if later you're like, hey, I want to know more, please reach out to Gina or myself, and I'm happy to share more about what I did or didn't do and anything. So I'm here for you guys. The inner circle, as Gina likes to call it. But I'll tell you the biggest difference of what I thought I would get and what I got was I was really able to take action, and I was able to execute the things that I knew I should in a different way than I had ever thought about doing before. And so it was kind of taking the, talking the talk to walking the walk.
And I think that was what was so cool about your journey through this is you didn't just, you didn't brush it off. You didn't just do the minimum work that you needed. Like, you really dove in. You came every week with these packets of work that you were doing, and you were doing both the Transform program and you were doing Oola Global at the same time. So it was kind of like two different things that you were doing. But every week you had questions and you sent me your work, and we would talk for 30 minutes to an hour on just all of the stuff. And every week I just saw more progress and more progress and more progress. And it was so fun to coach you every single week. And it was, you inspired me to do a lot of different things too. Like, I'm not huge on making budgets, but I'm like, if Mickey can make a budget, I'm going to make a budget. So, just doing spreadsheets and just really pulling things apart and paying attention to things that, I'm a coach, and some of those things I wasn't coaching as well as I should have, or doing them as well as I should have. I can coach them, but I wasn't doing them myself. And then just watching you do it. And I'm like, look at your results, man. I got to do that too. And it was amazing. So go ahead and share some of the results that you got using this program.
Okay, so I really put a lot of thought into my answer to this question. So if I go too long, just hush me. But
you're good, because your results are ridiculously well. So
okay.
Please tell them all to me.
Okay, so
I love them.
In Oola, there's the 7 categories. So week 1 was about fitness. So I started. I lost 150 pounds, and I've kept it off. And so I was like, I kind of got this one. Like I figured it out. I've done the things. But for the first time in forever, I went to all my annual appointments. I had never really thought about how important it was to go to the dentist, to go to the mammogram appointment, to do the well woman check, to go get your labs done, to do all the things. And I had never really thought about health and preventative visits and checks as part of fitness. And honestly, I had always made sure my kids went to their appointments and my husband went to his appointments and all the things. The animals went to their appointments. But honestly, I've had health care. I'm very blessed and thankful for that forever. And I never did all the things. I would do my annual for the doctor, but not my mammo, or I wouldn't go to the dentist, or like nothing ever all got done. And I went to all the things my insurance covered before the end of February. So that to me was something that I just never really thought about from a fitness perspective.
Well, and I think a lot of people, when they think fitness, it's losing weight. And we don't think about, just staying on top of our health, and also our mental health and our emotional health and all the things that are encompassed in that whole fitness category. When we say fitness, we think of lifting weights and eating right. And so when you really break it down, it's like, no, your full body health, every single thing that contributes to your health of your body, you need to take care of. And we forget. It's so easy to forget. So, okay, what next?
That's fitness. So finance. This was my biggest opportunity by far. It was my lowest score when I did the Oola wheel. And that would fit in finances and fitness and retiring and what I wanted that to look like and what age that was. I'm a little older than Gina. So those things, kind of kept me up at night. Not like insanely, but like I knew there was opportunities there. And so at the start of the program, fitness was week 2. And in the fitness program, finance was week 2. And one of the challenges that was presented both in the finance core process and in Oola Global was around budgets. And I work at a bank, but I had never like really balanced my checkbook or taken my bank statement and broke it down to like, where did I spend my money? And so I did that. And I think I might have cried that week on our discussion when I realized how much money we were spending on eating out and clothes and dumb crap and gifts and whatever, all the things, right? And so it just really, that activity of doing the budget, my first budget was in February. And literally I have on my calendar, my work calendar and my personal calendar, on the last Monday of every month, I go in and I reconcile my budget from the month prior. I create my new goals and budget for the next quarter. I update my debt count. I update my pension savings counts. And I just really take a few minutes to soak that in, right? So I'll tell you, so you're like, okay, so what, Schroyer, why do I need to do that, right? So this led me to establishing a savings account before, like almost every month, it would be to like, $100 or something. Like we would just dip into it for anything. It wasn't really a big deal. It wasn't sacred at all. And now we've been able to establish a balance of over $3,000 and it's growing. Both my husband and I have upped what we put into the savings account every week. And we're up to that 10% mark for each of us for our paychecks, which has never happened. We'll be married 30 years in January, and we've never made savings really a priority. We have our 401ks and the things, but like that emergency savings account has never been something that we've had. So that was the first like huge thing, and we've been able to stay with that. And it's June, like it's 6 months. Like I'm sorry, it was February when we started that part of it. So 5 months, but still pretty awesome. So got that done first, started the savings account, and then continued to add to that each week. And then was able, based upon the budget and realizing where money was going and being more thoughtful about if I really needed, or if any of us really needed to, you know, have food delivered or eat out or go to the thrift store for stuff you didn't need, whatever. We were able to reduce our debt by $12,406.76.
That's freaking awesome.
Let me just say that one more time. So the first budget was in February, the end of February, the fourth Monday in February, and it's June 18th, 2022. And we were able to reduce our debt by $12,406.76. And in doing that, it led to my credit score improving by 56 points as of last Thursday.
Wow.
So pretty huge, you know, sticking to it, holding the accountability piece of that, and really just being more aware of where your money is going. So week 3 was family. And so family was it was an interesting topic. I have 2 adult children living with me and their significant others and their children. So my grandbabies all live with us, as well as 2 dogs and 2 cats. So it's kind of like my mini circus. And, you know, I love it. Don't get me wrong. But I really had to establish some boundaries. And there were some tough conversations that needed to be had about what was and wasn't happening and what should and shouldn't happen. And they were uncomfortable and they weren't really fun, but I did it. I had them. Things that had been festering for a while that I just was like, oh, I hate that they do this. I hate that they do that. And I would complain to my friends or to my husband, but never really sat down with them and said, hey, this is what I expect. What do you expect? We all live together. How do we make this a better environment? And so we had some of those conversations. And I mean, do we have 0 issues? No, but I'll tell you, there's far less. And things have become more transparent and the lines of communication have opened up. And their eyes are a little bit more open to the things that they probably should have been doing as adults anyway, that they weren't doing because I was doing it and then resenting them for it. So that was for me, the biggest win in family. So in that happening also relieved stress and made things easier and more fun. I mean, because there's less controversy and things like that. So in week 4 was about field. And I thought, you know, I'm pretty good in this area. Like I have a good job. My boss likes me. Like it's cool. And so we dug into that a little bit, and with some focus and some goals in this space, I was really able to raise the bar in this category as well. One that I thought I was doing pretty well. And since March, I have completed the mentor program where I work, and I'm now a certified mentor for folks coming into the company to help them grow and develop their career. I also obtained a promotion. In fact, I was on a coaching call when I got the call from my boss extending me the promotion opportunity. And I also just last week received one of the highest awards you can get where I work. It's being recognized by your peers for adding value to the team. And so that meant a whole lot to me because it wasn't just like my boss recognizing me, but my peers nominated me and recognized me for being a good team player and helping them think of things differently and raising risks and things like that. So that was pretty awesome. So the 5th category is faith. And although what I'm going to share with you tonight might not seem to be real faith related to me, it is. It's not the traditional faith maybe for some of you, but one of my goals was to do more random acts of kindness and to volunteer more. And I set very specific volunteer goals. Prior, I had done a lot of volunteerism at my prior company. And since I had joined my new company 6 years ago, I hadn't really gotten involved with any of their events. I hadn't really gotten involved with any community events. And that volunteerism hadn't really been alive in my life. And so with that, I'll tell you, and every opportunity I have to volunteer and to participate in an event, it really fills me more than I think the individuals or the nonprofit or the whatever that I'm supporting. It really fuels my soul. It really makes you humble and to realize all the blessings that God has bestowed upon me. And, it's not always just about money or writing the check. Like I had been doing that, donating to United Way through my payroll company for my whole life. But there's something different when you show up in person to give your time and your talents, not just financially. And the financial donations, don't get me wrong, they're amazing. The nonprofits out there, they need them. But I'll tell you, if you haven't gone out to do something that you're passionate about and you're missing something in your heart or you feel something's missing, I challenge you to go volunteer, because the hugs, the smiles, the people that are there volunteering right next to you, picking up trash or whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. It will definitely fuel your soul more than anything. It's so worth your time. So for me, that was a big one, getting back out into my community, finding people and nonprofits and things to do. Veterans are really, really important to me. My brother was a veteran and he's no longer with us. And so every time I spend time with any veterans in the community, it's always like I'm a little closer to him and to all my happy memories of my oldest brother. And a lot of them are just very, very lonely, and just having somebody to talk to and that listens to them and cares about them, it makes a big difference. So anyway, 6 was friends. So I am super blessed with amazing friends. I don't know if any of them are watching right now, but if they are, thank you for jumping on. And if you watch it later, thank you. Please leave a comment or give me a high five or something out there. But I don't know where I'd be without my friends. So I thought this area, I was pretty good too. But when I sat and really thought about it and did the homework the week of friends, I really realized that I was not prioritizing my friendships, and I was not focusing on giving them quality time and really planning for quality time. And a lot of my relationships for people that I really, really cared about were kind of on cruise control. And so I've really been focusing on, reaching out, saying, hey, can we go to lunch? Do you want to go hike with me? Do you want to go walk with me? Do you want to go to Costco with me? Whatever it might be. It doesn't have to be anything super expensive or elaborate, but just spending quality time with those people, letting them know that I'm here, checking in on them. One of the things Gina said to me that really struck my heart was, I think I said something like, sometimes I just don't know if I should reach out because I don't want to bother them or bug them. And Gina said, have you ever received something? This isn't a Gina quote, but something along these lines of, have you ever received a text or an email or a phone call from someone checking on you where you're like, ugh, I really wish Gina wouldn't tell me good morning, or I really wish Gina wouldn't check on me to see if I was, having a good week. No, absolutely not. So I was like, she's right. So I really tried to be thoughtful. If somebody pops into my mind or is heavy on my heart, to reach out and be like, hey, I'm thinking about you. I hope you're doing great. Whatever. Or if I see something on Facebook, or if I see a stranger even out that, just might need something. I think her dress is beautiful, or I like his car, or whatever. I just share that because we need more joy and happiness in this world. So that's what I'll say about friends. Is it work? Yeah, it is. Planning, trying to figure out schedules, trying to figure out what to do, how to work around the kids and the laundry and the this and the that and the groceries and the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it does. Some stuff have to get rescheduled and moved around. But is it worth it? I think so. I think it is. So 7 was fun. And as Gina said at the beginning of this conversation, I have for a long time, a lot of people I love have left this world way too young, way too soon. And life is way too short for way too many. And so I've just, for a very long time, I've had the mentality that life is short. Like, do the things. Like, if somebody wants you to go zip lining, it's scary. Do it anyway. Like, go zip lining with one of your oldest friends. Teresa, if you're out there watching, we went zip lining. We spent a few days before Mother's Day weekend with her mom and her aunt and one of my oldest friends. We met each other when we were 4. And we went zip lining and it was a blast. But it doesn't have to be something like that either. It can be just something silly like blowing bubbles with your grandbaby or making cookies or doing something like that. I try to have some sort of fun every day. And I don't ever really want to grow up. So I'll just say, be grateful, have fun, and never grow up.
Oh my God, I love it. Your money one though did make me cry a little bit because you hadn't told me your number yet, and that was amazing. That is so awesome. I knew the credit score was going up, but the $12,000 in just those couple months, like crazy. It's so crazy. Oh, I think you like hit everything. Like, I don't even know if I have any more questions for you. So good. All right.
Number 6, would I recommend
Would you recommend this program to anybody?
I recommend this? Hell yes. Like, I'm sorry, Facebook, but yes, it's a hell yes. And I have told many of my friends, if you're not sure, like, you've got to be sure. Don't settle for a new car that you don't love. Don't buy the dress if you don't love it. It's got to be a hell yes. And I'll tell you, this is a hell yes. And I was fortunate enough to win the contest, but the only regret I have about doing this program is I didn't do it sooner. And Gina had like planted the seeds and like invited me in. I just didn't bite. So again, I'm going to say, if you're on the fence, if you're not sure if it's worth your investment, if you're not sure it's worth your time, it is a hell yes from Mickey Schroyer.
What do you think was the most valuable part of the whole program?
I would say the structure and it forces you, if you follow the framework and you follow the guides and you use the apps and you use the tools, like, it forces you to think about what is your goals for this year. What are your top goals for this year? What are your goals that you haven't hit yet this year? What can I do today, every single day? What are 3 things I can do every single day to get closer to those goals, to be a better human, to be whatever? And I'll tell you what, for me, the difference between any other book or program or app or all the things, right, that are out there for us to try to be better humans, this program puts things into action, like right away, if you dive in and do the work. And that's the difference. It's the execution. And the guys, I've never met them. I would love to soon and give them a giant hug, but they really broke it down for us. If you do the work, you guys, you're going to see results. I can't guarantee as fabulous of results as what I saw, but sorry, they say that on all those talk shows, so I have to say it.
Your results are pretty fabulous. I'm so proud of your results. Like, I am so proud as a coach to like your results every week. Just every time we talked, I was just like, what? Like, it just was so fun to coach you because I knew every week that you were going to have something super cool to share, and it was awesome. How do you think you're going to keep it going now that we don't talk as much? You know, I'm always still available, and you're part of my inner circle, so we still meet once a month and chit chat and do all the thing with a group of people that are in my inner circle. But besides that inner circle, how are you going to keep the momentum going?
Yeah. So I think, the app, there's the app that you can use, leverage, and I have an alarm. Was one of the tips that Gina said, because I was forgetting to go in and set my goals or to go in and mark them complete. And so I set an AM and a PM alarm. So it goes off, and at 7 o'clock in the morning, it says Oola goals. And at 7 o'clock at night, it says, update Oola goals every day, 7 and 7. I have it go off. And so I still have that alarm. It still goes off. Don't do it every single day, but every single day I'm at least thinking like I should go in there and I should do my goals. And what am I going to do to get closer to my goals? The other thing is as part of the program, you set 21 goals. And so I set 21 goals the end of January when Gina and I first met. And I've accomplished 20 of the 21 goals. I have one goal left of those original 21. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if maybe I didn't set my goals big enough or my dreams big enough, but I'm going to take it as a win anyway, because I didn't have that before this program. So as soon as I achieve that last goal of my first 21, I'm going to start all over again. And I'm thinking that might be July-ish, but I'm not, it's a pretty big goal that I'm working on right now. So then I'm going to reset everything. I'm going to go back through, I'm going to do the work, and then I'll hopefully that will like just be exciting that I'm going to do 21 more things that are layered on top of the 21 things I did, and just keep it going. The inner circle, I think also, just to have accountability friends, so to speak, like, not that they're going to like come and put me in Oola jail or anything, but like I have to show up and tell them what I did or didn't do. And, I don't really like having to tell people I didn't do what I said I was going to do. So that's going to help. And then, you're still like my friend on Facebook. So I think if you started to see me like not be joyful and not having fun, you probably would check in on me. So there's that too. And I have a lot of other, like I said, I have a lot of other amazing friends out there that I think will keep me in check. And my husband. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Okay, so my husband didn't do the program. I didn't really expect him to do anything or whatever, but little by little, each week he was seeing things and I was sharing things, and he would like come in while Gina and I were talking, or he'd overhear something, or he'd look at my homework and read something. And I'll tell you what, Oola's subliminally, is that the right word? Through osmosis has changed his mindset too, and his spending and his savings and his thoughts. And even sometimes when I'll be like, oh, let's just go buy new patio furniture, this stuff's crap, he's like, do we really want to do that right now? So I'll tell you that was pretty exciting too, because he didn't necessarily sign up for it, but yet he still saw the value in it and saw the things. And so I thought that was pretty awesome.
Well, and I think that's the biggest part is everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change themselves. And Oola just posted that meme this week, and I was like, oh, but the way you change the world is by changing yourself. And then you put this light out and everyone sees it, and everyone is like, what is she doing? What is different about Mickey? Because something's different. And that's how you change the world. Then they ask you, and then they're watching you, and your husband saw it and he just followed along with you. And it was so cool. Every week you'd jump on and you'd be like, oh, guess what Larry did? And just little things that he would do, but it was showing how he was right on the path with you. And I thought that was so cool. So amazing. Your whole transformation was just amazing to watch. And you are like my example here on out. Like, girl, I'm telling everybody, I'm like, I worked with this girl. You won't believe what she did. And I'm telling people and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, but the secret, you want to know the secret? You got to do the work. You got to do the work. There's no such thing as a pill. There's no such thing as a button. There is a specific framework that we offer that gives you these steps to help you get the life you want, but you got to do the work to get there. And you did the work, and you are now, the result of your hard work that you did. So amazing to watch, so amazing to coach you through. Totally humbled by your journey. It's been so awesome. Thank you so much for being on this with me, because you've made me better just by, helping you and walking through this with you. And it's been so fun and so fantastic to watch. So forever grateful.
Virtual hug.
We still are supposed to go to lunch together. We did have to postpone our lunch, but we got to get that going again. So I give you a real hug. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming on this. I know these are kind of goofy and it's always goofy getting it set up, but thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
doing this with me and being on this journey with me and all the things. So I'm going to sign off, but I will talk to you soon, Mickey. You're amazing. Keep doing awesome. Keep being grateful, having faith, and going and get your Oola life.
And never grow up.
Never grow up. All right. Bye, girl.
Bye.
See ya.